Greetings and welcome. This is part number 3 of the Oedipus Rex discussion. And the objective for today is to understand what happens after the early conversation between Oedipus and Jocasta. The attitude of Jocasta, in a way, is she doesn't like this idea of Oedipus' desire to look for information, to look for what's happening here, and to continue digging on the information. Apparently, Jocasta has a sense of an idea of where this is all leading to, and the eventual and inevitable ending that this situation is going to have. So, Jocasta will call for Oedipus, and she will explain to Oedipus that his father has just died. His father, remember in part number 2, part number 1, that we discussed that Oedipus left Corinth, and he arrived at Thebes. We got the Sphinx. He became king. Married Jocasta, had 4 kids with Jocasta. And since that moment, Oedipus hasn't had any contact with his mom and dad. So news is going to come from Corinth that his parents are dead. His dad is dead. And in a way, Oedipus is relieved. He's relaxed. Because one of the things that he found out before departing from Corinth was that Oedipus, not only he learned that apparently Polybus and Merope were not his biological parents, but he also learned something very crucial for him in his decision to leave Corinth. And it was that apparently he was gonna kill his father and eventually marry his mother. So he was gonna kill Polybus and he was gonna marry Merope. This, we know that it did not happen. And now, Oedipus, when he finds out the truth, he is breathing safer. He is much, much relaxed. And right now he's thinking, okay, part of the prophecy that I was told, it's not going to come into picture because my dad is dead. And I wasn't the one who killed him. When he starts asking the messenger that will bring the information, because that's why Jocasta brings Oedipus on stage, to inform Oedipus of what happened, of the death of Polybus. So now Oedipus, by the way, by Polybus dying, automatically who's going to become king of, in this case, of Corinth, is going to be Oedipus. The thing here is that Oedipus doesn't want nothing to do with Corinth. So basically, Corinth is going to be just continuing the ruling by Merope, because Oedipus doesn't want anything to do with Corinth. He knows what could happen if he goes back to Corinth. Therefore, he is avoiding at all costs this event. So, Jocasta will continue the conversation with Oedipus. And Oedipus, he is going to say, this is kind of strange. And he wants to dig more information. How did he die? They're going to reveal that he died because he was old. And no killing. Oedipus will continue to dig for information. But Jocasta doesn't like the idea, and she's going to try to persuade Oedipus to stop the idea of trying and look for that new information that for Oedipus is so valuable. For Oedipus, apparently Jocasta knows something. She's smelling something. She's connecting the dots here, and she doesn't want Oedipus to continue, and in this case, connect the dots. So, Oedipus will say to the messenger, what else do you know? The messenger is going to say, there's no need for you to worry, because Polybus and Merope, they're not your biological parents. Automatically, Oedipus is like, what the hell? Jocasta is like, dude, shut up. But the messenger will continue, and Oedipus will continue to seek for answers. And the messenger will deliver the answers. He doesn't want to speak, but he is in front of the king. He's going to have to do so. So he's going to be, Oedipus will continue to ask, and the messenger will say, yeah, you're not their son. Oedipus is going to say, then whose son am I? The messenger will say, well, your dad is the former king of this very land. And Oedipus is like, what? Yeah, your dad. The problem here is that I'm just a messenger, and I were the one who gave you to those people in Corinth, to Polybus and Merope. Apparently, Polybus and Merope cannot have kids, and then this messenger, as an employee of Corinth, as an employee of the king and the queen, he will give that gift to the king and queen. Oedipus is like, and then Jocasta intervenes. She's trying to convince Oedipus, stop looking for information, and let's leave it this way. And Oedipus is telling Jocasta, we're not going to stop there. We're going to continue until I find the truth. And Jocasta says, there's no truth to be found here. And Oedipus is, of course, there's a lot of truth to be found. And apparently you're trying to hide it from me. And in this case, he's going to say, who? Then I was given to you by someone. Yeah. When I was an employee, I was doing the flocks as a shepherd, and another shepherd came with the baby, with you when you were a baby. And Oedipus is like, so the shepherd that came with the news of the death of Polybus, that is a shepherd from Corinth. The shepherd that Laius and Jocasta gave the baby to was a shepherd for Thebes. So we have two shepherds here that they will transform into valuable messengers. If the argument of Tiresias so far was hypocritical, what the messengers / shepherds reveal, it's going to be even more valuable and interesting. So Oedipus will ask for this shepherd of Thebes to be brought into the stage, and they will bring him to stage. Jocasta will depart on stage and off stage, and this will be the last time that we will see Jocasta in the whole play. Last time. She will depart, and Oedipus will start asking questions. And the messenger from Thebes is going to say to Oedipus, hey, the problem here was that I was given, your biological parents gave you to me, and the duty was for me to kill you. Oedipus in this case is going to be like, what? Completely confused, but still interesting about the truth. So the messenger will say, yeah, I was supposed to kill you, and I should have killed you on that day. And none of this crap would have happened. I should have done the job as Jocasta and Laius told me. The problem was that when Oedipus was born, Jocasta and Laius, they went to the oracle. They want to know the first baby of the family. They want to know what the future had in store for the baby. The oracle will say, hey, that little baby, that little baby is gonna kill you, he said to Laius, and he's gonna marry Jocasta. So Laius and Jocasta didn't like the idea, so that's why he was giving to the shepherd for Oedipus in this case to be killed. So what the shepherd is gonna do, he's gonna the plan here was to tie his feet, bind his feet, and by being like this, Oedipus, you're gonna see that he is gonna have problems walking because of that. So he's gonna have a deformity in his feet because of the when they tied up his feet for him to not escape. He was a baby; he wasn't gonna escape. And if you look for the meaning of the name Oedipus, well, it's gonna have a connection with what happened. So nothing when the shepherd from Thebes is gonna kill Oedipus, he stops, sees the shepherd of Corinth, and he will give Oedipus to that shepherd of Corinth. That shepherd of Corinth will grab Oedipus and will take Oedipus to Polybus and Merope, and that's how he will be raised by this king and queen of Corinth. Laius and Jocasta, they think that they have been they escape the prophecy of the oracle, but the thing is that by Oedipus returning to Thebes, the prophecy indeed will happen. So this is the irony that we're having right now, and the puzzle that we were trying to solve, or that Oedipus was trying to solve, is finding answers and is starting to get solved. This puzzle is starting to click into pieces how it was supposed to click. Jocasta's gone, and Oedipus will go inside and seek for answers. So basically, I told you guys that in video number 2, at the end of video number 2, that we were going to finish this in video number 3, but I'm going to leave you right there with the cliffhanger of what's going to happen next, and I'm going to cover that. I'm going to wrap it up in video number 4. So stay tuned for video number 4. Nothing. If you have any doubts, any questions in particular, you may write to me in my institutional email. Nothing. Stay safe and stay tuned for video number 4. Thank you.